Hey everybody, how you guys doing out there today? I hope everybody is staying healthy and safe. Well, in today's episode of Re-Retro Please, I'd like to talk about actually four shoes in particular that have not retroed in some time. So, during the Chicago Bulls 1996-1997 season, a season where they captured their fifth NBA title, Michael Jordan wore the Air Jordan 12. Now, this shoe originally came out in 5 colorways, but I'm only going to talk about 4 here. He wore during that season the Cherry and Taxi during the regular season, and then the Playoff 12 and the flu game, food poisoning game, whatever you want to call the shoe now, during the playoff season. So every year we know Jordan Brand pumps out the 1s, the 3s, the 4s, the 11s, but there's very little love for the 12s. And I think that has to change. Right now, after The Last Dance aired, if you look at any resale site like StockX or GOAT, you're going to see that the Jordan 12s have skyrocketed in price. Now, that shoe used to sell for anywhere between $200, maybe $300. Now they're going for anywhere between $400, $500, even $600 a pair. I was actually watching a pair of 12 flu games on eBay, and it was in my size of 14. Someone bought a pair for $697. Now, I'm not going to judge how anybody spends their money, but $697 for a pair of flu games is outrageous. So, with all the hype, do you think we're actually going to get a pair of any of these in 2021? At this point, it's to be determined. So, if Jordan Brand does retro some of these in 2021, what I'd like to do on today's video is I want to rank the 4 shoes in how I would like to personally see them retroed. So basically, 1 to 4, the ones that I want the most. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at this list and see what you guys think.
First, the Cherry 12. The Cherry has not retroed since 2009, and honestly, I'm really surprised it's been that long. That shoe looked amazing on MJ, especially when the Bulls wore the black with red pinstripe uniforms. The shoe just exploded off the screen. The shoe from afar looks so simple, just a predominantly white and red shoe, but there is so much more to it. The upper of the shoe consists of white tumbled leather in a fan-shaped pattern meant to represent the rising sun on the Japanese flag. On the medial and lateral of the shoe, you have a fake reptile skin on the forefoot panels, and finally the translucent red outsole. The Jordan 12 is such a unique shoe. Now, we did get what I'll call the reverse Cherry in 2016, but it's not the same. So Jordan Brand, if you decide to retro the Cherry 12 again, just make sure the red is a bright cherry. On the 2009 pair, it was kind of dull. Next, the Taxi 12. Instead of the cherry red on the forefoot panels and outsole, we have black. Again, a simple yet bold shoe. What I like what they did on this colorway is they added some gold highlights to it. You can see this on the eyelets, the sole, and the back of the shoe. I think the back of the shoe in particular looks incredible. The red Jumpman logo stitched in the gold box on the pull tab and the red 23 molded into the back on the heel looks amazing. The Taxi 12 last retroed in 2013. That's too long. We have had some alternative versions over the years. In 2017, we had the Chinese New Year, and in 2019, the reverse Taxi. But again, not the same. So Jordan Brand, even though I would like the cherries first, if you decided to give us the taxis instead, I wouldn't complain. When it comes to the 2 colorways Michael Jordan wore in the playoffs, I'm going to give a slight edge to the playoff 12s above the flu game. I personally like the flu game more. However, the playoff 12 has not retroed since 2012. We did get a flu game retro in 2016. I guess you could call the playoff 12s a reverse Taxi in a way. The upper on this shoe is black and the forefoot panels and outsole are white. The gold elements, however, are replaced with silver and gray on this version. The playoffs seem to be a forgotten shoe in the 96-97 season, at least from my perspective. I have to be honest, I watched those 96-97 playoffs live, and I kind of forgot about this shoe. Sorry, playoff 12s. Now that I'm looking at this one again for this project, it really is a cool looking shoe. I think what sold me on it was the image of MJ jumping in the air in victory as the Bulls finalized title number 5. I'm going to say we did get something similar to the playoff 12 in the 2019 Chinese New Year, but only because of the similar colorways. Jordan Brand really does need to retro this one again and give it its due. This was the shoe on feet when title number 5 was raised. Last, but certainly not least, the Jordan 12 flu game. Now we learned in The Last Dance that MJ didn't actually have the flu, but food poisoning. However, I still think flu game sounds better. If you don't know, during Game 5 of the 97 playoffs, Michael Jordan was suffering with a 103-degree temperature. But instead of sitting out the game, he played. He scored 38 points, had 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in the win. Although the flu Game 12 is probably the most recognized and iconic among these 4 colorways, I have it last on my list to retro. And again, this is only because it was the most recent to retro. Having said that, the shoe does need to come out again though. It's in high demand and wanted by those of us who missed out on owning it. We are scheduled to get what they're calling a reverse flu game towards the end of this year, but with all the pushbacks on current releases, it's possible this one may slip into 2021.
So now that you've seen my list of how I would have ranked the 4 original Jordan 12 colorways, this is my plea. Jordan Brand. I'm sure you won't see this, but I'm going to take my shot. Please, in 2021, at least give us one of these Jordan 12s. It could be the Cherry, it could be the Taxi, even the Playoff 12. We haven't seen a Cherry since 2009. That would be really cool to see one again. Also, the Taxi 2013, the Playoff 2012. It's been long enough. We do need to see some of these come back. Now, I understand that you don't want to bring these back, every 3-4 years because they're just going to get stale. And that's fine. But we have hit a point where it's been a while now. So, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, this is what we want. The Jordan 12, Cherry, Taxi, Playoff 12. One of the 3 in 2021. Really appreciate it. Well, anyway, that's my list. Cherry was number 1, Taxi number 2, Playoff was number 3, and the flu game, food poisoning game, whatever you want to call it, is number 4. So I want to thank you guys a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, please subscribe. If you like this video in particular, please hit the like button. Also, if you want to know when I upload a video right away, all you have to do is hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button. Also, if there's anybody that you know out there that would be interested in these videos, who likes sneakers, likes Jordans, let them know about our channel. I'm having a lot of fun putting together these videos, and right now this is my creative outlet during this whole pandemic. Basically, I'm just trying to build up the channel. So anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day and take care.